I think it's time for something a little bit different. Today, as you can clearly tell, we're taking a look at the G1 Insecticon team. Now, I never actually anticipated on getting all three of these guys, but I picked up Kickback here at a flea market for like $4, and then I realized just how neat these little guys were. Plus, he looked really out of place and quite lonely on my collection shelf. So yeah, here we have Bombshell, Kickback, and Shrapnel. We're gonna start off with the first one that I got, the one who started the whole Insecticon team, Kickback. Let's just put these guys off to the side. So here is Kickback. He is probably respectively in the best condition out of all three of them. We'll get to that. Even though he's missing all of his stickers, the actual figure itself is in pretty decent shape. These guys are upside. But anyway, onto the figure. So yeah, pretty nice little guy. Pretty small, I should say. He's got these tiny little wheels. They don't really do a whole lot for him in this mode. And also just kind of scoots around. You can just pretend that he hops about, because I mean he is a grasshopper. What breed he's based off of, I don't know. I don't really care. In fact, I'm actually terrified of bugs. So let's go ahead and get him transformed into his robot mode. Get this. He probably has. One thing that's interesting about these guys, they have very interesting well, not really that interesting. This guy probably has the most interesting in the fact that his arms split apart to form his insect mode arms. And there he is. And he falls over. I'm actually missing all their guns. When I bought these guys offline, I didn't really care about getting all their accessories with them. Primarily because, well, that's just more pieces to lose. But, yeah, not really a whole lot to discuss in this mode. I mean, his arms can rotate, his legs can go forward and back, and of course he can rotate his head. And of course you can adjust his wings and his antenna if you so desire. He's a pretty simple little guy. And of course he's also got the little die-clone chest thing. And I should also point out his chest is die-cast metal as well as the other two. Now, let's set this guy off to the side. Time for Bombshell. So here he is in his rhinoceros beetle. I was gonna call him a stag beetle. I really don't know what kind of bug this is, and frankly I don't really give a damn. But yeah, I mean, same thing as Kickback's got the little wheels and got the little cockpit here. You can also move this little thing here. And I think in the cartoon this would like shoot stuff, like would shoot like grenades and stuff like that. Of course, got the little rub sign. This guy probably has the simplest transformation out of all of them. Pull out the legs, arms, this back. There you go. It's that easy. And yeah, there he is in his goofy little robot. Let me see if I can get a close-up of the head. Yeah. It's pretty ugly. But yeah, he's a pretty nice little guy. Pretty cool. Articulation like before, nothing special. He's got the arms. And of course the legs can go forward and back, and they can bend at the knee like that if you really want to. He's got kicking action. Whatever. And of course, again, die-cast in the chest. Shrapnel. Now I must point out he is in probably the worst condition of the group. But yeah, he is in definitely the worst shape of the group. I mean, the chrome is worn out on his little antlers or on his horns. And I think he's a stag beetle or a stag beetle or something like that. Of course, you got the little, what look like little missiles on the front. And yeah, the chrome's rubbed off. Some of the paint is chipped away on his die-cast chest and his arms. Yeah. And of course, you got the little rub sign. Yay. He rolls around. It's just as bad as the other two. I have to admit, he has probably the least compelling insect mode of all three of them. I mean, you look at him from the top, it's pretty damn obvious. I mean, you can see his arms, and you can practically see his head. Okay, so let's split this apart. Put the landing gear back. Pull out his legs. Chest around. And there we go. These arms, they do crack me up. Once again, just to give you a rough look of what he looks like. He probably has the best head sculpt of all three of them, since he actually has a freaking face. I mean, Kickback here doesn't even have a face. He just kind of has like a visor. Doesn't actually have eyes. It's kind of creepy. So yeah, articulation just like the other two. Nothing special. Got the arms I can rotate. His legs can go forward, back, and of course his waist can rotate. His waist is also kind of loose on mine, and of course the feet can go down. One thing I must point out: when you collapse in the legs, fold the feet down. As you can tell, the chrome bit comes up around the feet, so you have to have them in just the right spot. If they get snagged while you're collapsing in the legs, just adjust the feet. Definitely pretty neat to twink around with. I would recommend trying to get the reissue. I've heard the reissue though doesn't. The reissue does not have, as the figures themselves don't have as good plastic as the originals, and of course, just like most Hasbro figures, their stickers are really, really bad. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother transforming Kickback because he kind of has the most annoying transformation out of the group. Well, that's pretty much all I can really say.